Fellow troglodytes, Neanderthals, hairy knuckle dragon apes, everybody else in the red pill manosphere, and to all the good faithful family, welcome to the Good Faith Podcast, where we maneuver around toxic debauchery, attempting to find harmony with our fellow man and dissect society's caustic degeneracy. If it's a pre-apocalyptic dystopia that you seek, then look no further, because here it is. I'm your host, Ninjah Bullock. We understand you could have been a million other places, and the time is the most precious commodity that any of us have. So from the bottom of our heart, we'd like to share our gratitude with you all. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Due to the sensitive nature of some of our topics, we hope you will shield youngins from some of the vulgarity that may be spewed here. We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about smut.
It's smut, Bill.
We're going to talk about bigotry. We're going to talk about all that degeneracy and debauchery that's going on in society. So, no kids. Fuck the kids. Don't actually fuck the kids. Shit, I'm not supposed to be cursing in the first 10 minutes of the shit, or the algorithm's going to push me down. It must be noted, the views expressed by the panel are not necessarily the views of the Good Faith Podcast. We are no fiduciary. We assume no culpability of investment performance as a result of following our financial advice. Our simple aim is to entertain and inform. Anybody living in the greater Philadelphia area interested in making an appearance on our show can reach me in a DM on Facebook or Instagram at Christopher Bulick. See our Patreon link in the description if you'd like to make a campaign contribution to facilitate our meteoric rise.
Money, please.
Oh, no, there's no money.
Oh, my bad. No problem.
This is your notification. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. In all seriousness, times are tough. Any proceeds we receive will be going towards avoiding eviction, keeping the lights on, medicating Clark with all of his health concerns, and feeding our gracious guests. Once again, if you feel you've been given value by us, it takes a little extra effort. It takes barely any effort to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. This is your notification that the Good Faith Podcast is now available not only on YouTube, but Twitch, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts, Listen Notes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and RSS.com. We'll keep pushing out these episodes so long as our following stays growing. And the path to notoriety will be for our listeners to spread the good word of the pod. If you have somebody in mind who would agree with our content, if they might be informed, if they want to ridicule us, anything, send this link to your friends and family. All publicity is good publicity. Our objective is to have balance between the red and the blue. So if you have somebody in mind who enjoys listening to podcasts, please spread our channel. Now, I am going to get into the fragrance of the week. It is Bragi Cologne, and it's pretty strong, so I'm only going to do a little dab. Only a little dab will do you. It's a classic 1966 leathery fragrance for men with notes of citrus wood, spices, patchouli, and a prominent oak moss accord, resulting in a powerful masculine and refined scent with a dominant leather and mossy dry down. The shirt of the week is Chaps. Hat of the week, Eagles. Guys, you know my motto. I say look good, smell good, play good. You don't have to spend $1 million to look like $1 million. The movie of the week is Zero Dark 30. The book of the week is The Operator, which is on the Men of Action approved literature list. The author of the week is Robert O'Neill. And, like all good stories, it's about a Navy SEAL from, I think he's from like Montana and stuff like that. When he first enlisted into the Navy SEALs, or like when he first started doing the training, I don't even think he could swim, so he was straight up noob, didn't know anything about, what it was going to entail. And now he's and now he's the guy who shot bin Laden in the head and killed him. So it's crazy. You don't have, no matter where your goals are, when you start out, you're going to be green around the edges. You're not going to know what to do. Sometimes you're going to feel lost. Sometimes you're going to feel like your goals are insurmountable. But, from being a guy who couldn't swim to being the guy who killed, the most notorious terrorist on earth, that's quite a journey, So, I definitely advise you guys pick up The Operator by what's his name, Robert O'Neill, and check that out. It's really good, and he talks a lot about his advice that he has for guys going into Navy SEALs, and it's just like he tells them the same way that we tell people how to stay sober. He says take it one day at a time. Just focus on what's right in front of you. So in the morning, wake up, make your bed, and then just get to breakfast. Just do the work that it's necessary to get to breakfast. And then after breakfast, just do the work that's necessary to get you to lunch. And then after lunch, just do the work that's necessary to get you to dinner, and then once you get there, then just go to bed, do it all over again. And his big motto in all of this is I'll quit tomorrow. So that's like a motto that I want you guys to adopt. I'll quit tomorrow, and say that every single day if you have to. You know what I mean? Tomorrow will be the day that I quit. Tomorrow will be the day that I let that inner bitch win, and I'll quit tomorrow. But speaking of somebody who is not going to quit tomorrow, guys, I want to tell you about the top dog in the wealth advisory space. Joe Ventura at Eden Advisory Services. Joe's been in the investment business for over 40 years. That's 4 decades of helping everyday people, whether it be teachers, entrepreneurs, retirees, build their path to financial independence. Whether you've got $5,000 or $5 million, Joe and his team treat every client like a millionaire. Eden Advisory Services is a registered investment advisor headquartered in New York, but they work with clients across the country. They clear all their investment transactions through Charles Schwab, a name millions trust. From basic budgeting and credit repair to comprehensive wealth management and estate planning, even financial, legal, and insurance strategies, Eden Advisory Services is your one-stop financial partner. Joe Ventura is more than an advisor. He's your financial guy, all right? Hundreds of people have come to know and trust Joe Ventura's advice with millions of dollars under management. So if you're ready to take that next step, whether it's fixing your credit, planning for retirement, or leaving something behind for your loved ones, start with good faith and let Eden Advisory Services guide the way. Visit EdenASC.com to schedule your free consultation. Eden Advisory Services, LLC is a registered investment advisor in the state of New York. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training. Advisory services are only offered to clients or prospective clients where Eden Advisory Services, LLC and its representatives are properly licensed or exempt from licensure. All investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. This advertisement is for informational purposes only and does not constitute a recommendation or offer to buy or sell any securities. Would you guys like to continue your financial path in good faith? Then contact Joe Ventura and Eden Advisory Services. Investing in people, not just portfolios. Sorry, guys. I am just I'm just stalling here real quick. All right, but I think my guest is ready to join us, guys. So I'm gonna bring him on right now. This is a funny guy. Met him through the Men of Action mentoring program. His Instagram's looking great. I could tell he's, a guy that wears many different hats. He's a lot like me. He doesn't just have one revenue stream. He's involved in the investment business. He said he does a little bit of crypto stuff. That's something that I have no knowledge on. I don't mess with crypto. He does. Maybe, there's some overlap there. But, he's just, just everything that I've observed from communicating with him just makes me feel like he's a really, really stand-up guy with a good sense of humor. So please, everybody, help me welcome Kai. Kai, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So is your name pronounced like, is the C silent? Is it Kai S off or is it a hard C?
Kai Akoff.
Akoff, okay.
Yeah, Koff, yeah.
All right. And so at this time, would you introduce yourself by your name, age, occupation, and highest level of education completed?
All right, name, Kai Akoff. Age, just turned 23. 23 years young. Education, high school diploma. Oh, what'd you say the other one was?
And your you could just either say your primary career, or you could say all your careers.
Primary career, solar. I sell solar door to door, so that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. And I guess I'll introduce myself. Hi guys, I'm Ninja Bullock, 34. I'm a life skills coach for a private school for kids with autism. I'm a podcast host. I'm a photographer and face painter for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm a like e-commerce vendor, whatever, on like Mercari.com. I basically just sell like used T-shirts and shit to other people. And then I am and I'm like a value investor. Like I mess with, but I don't invest in crypto because I don't understand it. I only invest in like, Fortune 500 companies and shit like that. And what's your Instagram handle so people can get a hold of you if they want to follow you?
My Instagram handle is Kai Kai _ Akoff ACOFF. Oh, did you get that last part? I think I might have cut out.
Is Kai _ Akoff?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
And what is your relationship status and longest relationship?
Currently single right now. Longest relationship, I would say like a year and a half. Nothing crazy.
Okay. Yes, I mean same with me, except my longest relationship's like, I don't know, 3 years, but in the end it's all the same. If your relationship's over, you know what I mean, what does it matter?
Right.
And what is your spiritual leanings?
I would say Christian to a certain extent.
Okay. And but I've noticed a lot of the guys in Men of Action are like they might be Christian, but they kind of like kneel at the altar of like science. Would you say that's more like you as well?
It depends. It depends the basis of it, I guess. But yeah, I would say science is kind of a good way to relate to it and make it more reliable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I get that. Like I also find myself to be like I like what Michael said, where he said that he he believes in like Orthodox Christianity, but he takes his faith on exactly that, on faith. He admits that there's no tangible proof for him to actually base those like beliefs on, whereas like Kareem, who's my coach, kind of says like the opposite. Kareem considers himself like a non what was the word that he used? He basically called himself like a non what's the word? I don't know. He said he's a non-believer, but like if there were to be proof that he should believe, he would believe. But
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just considered like what you consider tangible proof at that point, because I mean, there's stuff in the Bible that today you can see that correlates. So I would call that tangible proof, but Michael Sartain might not. So I definitely see both perspectives of it. So
yeah, like all right. So I was thinking about this. Like, all right, what if there was? Because like, all right, if everything that's in the Bible is true, right, and there actually was this miracle worker named Jesus, and he was like, curing lepers and making paralytics walk and shit like that, and there was irrefutable visual evidence that God was real, and that Jesus was like the human incarnate of God. I'll bet you 2,000 years after that, people would stop fucking believing in God and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like they're like, like right at the time, you know, if Jesus Christ came down in the year 2025, we'd all be like, oh shit, like God's real. All right, you know, like, but then 2,000 years go by, everyone would be like, nah, that's fucking all fake, you know, like nothing in the Bible really happened, and you'd have that disbelief that there is right now.
Yeah, I mean, short answer for me, I would say if that was the case and he was to come down, there was a little spill or whatever, I feel like faith and free will wouldn't be a thing at that point or needed or necessary. So
Yeah.
that's kind of why I feel like tangible evidence for like you to like see him or just anything like that would be unnecessary. But I don't know. I mean, different strokes for different folks, I guess. So
Yeah. And if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Probably to read people's minds. I think that's a good superpower.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that a lot from people on here. A lot of people want mind reading abilities.
Right.
It would make you know, like everyday life would be so fucking easy. I mean, you could just, you know, basically have mind control almost. You know what I mean? You would be able to like present yourself as like the perfect person to everybody, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're all knowing at that point. Like,
Yeah,
might as well be Jesus Christ in the flesh. So. Okay.
And if you could fist fight one person on Earth, and if you win, you get their money. Who you fucking fighting?
I gotta win in this hypothetical, or just if I get in the ring, I say.
Yeah, all right, yeah. We'll make it a man, because it'd be a little fucking dishonorable to like beat a woman up and steal their money, you know.
Right. So which one did you say? You said
what man on Earth would you if you fist fight him and you win, you get to take his money.
Okay, yeah, my bad, I didn't hear you. I would say I'm gonna just go to boxers. I'll say Jake Paul.
God damn, that like nobody. Like that's actually like the first like real opponent anyone's ever said. Most people are like, yeah, I'd fight Warren Buffett or Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. They're like fucking these like fat old pasty motherfuckers. Like you're actually going up against a boxer.
Right. I mean, shit. Why not? Like if it's that, yeah, I would say so. If it was a boxer, Jake Paul. If it wasn't a boxer, Donald Trump.
Okay. Are you a Trump fan or nah?
I'm not too big on like. I wouldn't say I'm a Trump fan. Nah.
Are you comfortable saying who you voted for? Or
I didn't vote, but if I did vote, I would have voted for Trump. Just the fact of when Kamala, when they were asking her questions, she just couldn't really formulate like a sentence. So that's why I would have voted for Donald Trump. He's kind of firm, and if we had a leader, I feel like it would be somebody who can make decisions. So that's my only stance. Just
and fucking yeah, I didn't vote either, but I feel the exact same way as you. Like I didn't vote. If someone put a gun to my head and they were like, you gotta vote, that's how I would have voted. But yeah, like I don't feel the need to vote right now. I don't feel like any person who's ever been in the White House has like represented my best interests at all.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. If there was, all right, this one, nobody answers this question the way that I answer this question. So I wonder if you would. All right, would you? So, all right, once again, someone's putting a gun to your head. You can either be So you have to do it. You can't say like, oh, I'm not picking. They're both bad options. Like, yeah, that's the fucking point. Would you rather be the first soldier in line out of an army of 100 men with no bulletproof vests, no helmets, no guns, no knives, no spears, no nothing, to battle an alpha male silverback gorilla, or would you rather be the last soldier in line of 100 dudes with ski mask but like nothing else, no prophylactic Jimmy cap, no nothing, to go raw plow Bonnie Blue? Which would you choose to be?
So basically, I'm hearing, would you rather live a degenerate life or would you
Yeah.
rather die with some dignity? I'd rather die with some dignity. That's just
Damn,
me.
like, nah. See, I'm fucking living a degenerate life, and I don't have like I can reform. I could repent afterwards, and like turn my life around and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
But
Yeah,
like, yeah, I would just.
that's a crazy scenario. I never heard something like that. That's crazy. like, I mean, you in a ski mask. You in a ski mask though, so I might switch my answer.
Yeah, like your identity is protected from the world knowing, like like nobody has to know, but you're like you gotta live with that, like knowing that you did it. But at least like that's the key word is live with that. You're at least alive. You're probably that gorilla's probably ripping you and all 99 guys behind you to death.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm first, that's all I care about. Okay.
Um, would you? What's the next one? All right, if you could embark on any endeavor in the world, and there was no possibility of failure, what would you? What would you choose to like pursue?
So when you say embark on any journey, are you talking about like past history? Just like
Nah, like I'm talking like present shit. Like I don't know. You could try and become president. You could try and be an astronaut, or you could try and climb Mount Kilimanjaro, or like anything that you could do with your life, and there's no possibility of failure. What would you choose to do?
what would I choose to do if there was no possibility of failure? My honest answer, I would say what I'm doing right now because failure is not really an option to me. I don't see it like that. But if it was like different circumstances, anything like that, I would probably say like president or something like that, maybe.
So when you say what you're doing right now, like you would choose to be like the best solar salesman ever and shit like that, like.
Oh nah, I'm saying like what I'm working towards. So like just social presence. I want to be like an influencer, just help people out, to motivate people. Just be in a situation where I can be looked up to, I guess. So yeah, I mean just building what I'm currently building. So yeah.
And what would be your general message to like I assume you want to be looked up to by like primarily little boys. Like what would be your like what would be your overarching message to them?
I would just say find a purpose. That's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I think purposelessness fucking contributes to, like a lot of the men, deleting themselves at like higher rates in our fucking society and shit, and yeah, that's really unfortunate. But yeah, men that have like a higher purpose to actually like accomplish shit, they can't be thrown off the beam, and they're more willing to like persevere through the good times and the bad.
Yeah, yeah. That's definitely a good point. I mean, yeah, that's all I would say. Just have a purpose. Yeah, whatever you want to do in life, just attack it with complete confidence. So,
And
but
what do you feel about? What are your feelings on Andrew Tate?
that's the guy. That's the homie. I fuck
You
with him.
like him?
Yeah, I fuck
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
him.
Okay. Are there any influencers that you don't fuck with?
Um, I mean, nah, I don't got no grudges against nobody specific. I mean, everybody got their flaws or whatnot, but yeah, I wouldn't say like people would say Myron Gaines, like he's a bad example, I guess, as like a role model or an influencer. But me personally, I wouldn't see
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, I feel like he kind of gets like a bad fucking rap. Like they act like he's a misogynist and all this shit. Like they act like he like unfairly targets like dumb women on South Beach to like come onto his show. Like all he can do is pick from the population of women that are at his disposal. It's not his fault that the women at his disposal are fucking dumb, dude. Like that's not his fault. That's the women's fault for being fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Why are you fucking coming at him? You know?
right, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like he's completely honest. Like I don't think he lies at all. He's completely like blunt. So, uh, speaking on that, where was I going? Yeah, I don't see why. Like they would never call him a liar though. At the end of the day, you can't call him a liar. Is where I'm trying to go with. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's more a serious topic. But
Did you like Kevin Samuels when he was still with us?
yeah, yeah, he was cool. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. But yeah, I like a lot of his talking points. How he got to like where he got to. But yeah, he was definitely had some good talking points. So I definitely fuck with him. What about you? You
Yeah, he was my
So if
fucking
I
guy.
want a high value man, what do I do?
nah, yeah, he's cool as
Be
shit.
reincarnated. You can't get one.
Yeah, he was my guy. Like I don't know if you could tell by my like appearance, but like he's like he's my inspiration and all this shit. I try and personify like the white Kevin Samuels, because I just thought that like I thought for one he was entertaining as fuck. For two, he was actually like really helpful to like young men, especially who were trying to represent themselves in the best way. He was a brand like a brand and image consultant. So I think he had like young men who watched his channel, looking and presenting themselves in the best way. And then he also like didn't kiss women's asses and shit. Like if a 300 pound, black ghetto baby mama of like four with four different baby daddies was like calling in on his show, he wasn't like, oh, you're gonna find someone. There's someone out there for everyone. He was like, nah, bitch, you fucked. Like you're cooked. You're done. Like,
Nah, real shit. That's a fact. Yeah, yeah. That's why I liked him though, because he was like honest all around the board. I mean, let's go back to like Martin Gaines. I feel like they kind of got some of the same talking points because at the end of the day, like facts is facts. He just giving it to you, and you take it how you take it. So
yeah. All right. If you had unlimited resources, you were like rich as fuck. You had $1 billion, and you could start any like charity foundation like from square one. What would be your charity that you started?
mm. Probably men's mental health, like somewhat, like helping like just men, you feel me, develop just skills that are important because I don't know. A part of me wanted to say single mothers, but I don't think that's conducive, to be honest. I feel like if we help like the men, I feel like if we help the men, then the single mothers wouldn't be a problem. So I would say just men's mental health, like on a general. So
Do you come from like a two-parent household or
no, I don't.
no? Okay.
Yeah,
Um. Yeah, like all right. So I personally have like a rule for myself. Like I won't date single mothers,
yeah.
and like, do you have any type of rule like that?
Shit. Yeah. I mean, me personally, I'll. It depends. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't date a single mom because I mean, shit happens. I think today in society, people got like this skewed mindset that just because she's a single mom, like that she's a bad person or that it was her fault the relationship didn't work out. It's always different circumstances and things that happen, but I wouldn't look for a single mom. But if everything else was good and she just had a kid, then I'm not gonna ding her for that. But
Okay.
yeah,
Um, and one thing that I especially will not do, but this is like it takes a little bit more like discerning to like figure this out, but I will not like hmm that's interesting, Jamie. I mean, yeah, like all
well,
right, I'm not gonna like make any hard and fast rules. Like I suppose if the perfect woman came along and she treated me with like unconditional respect and she was, sweet and kind and her kid was like very pleasant and she was very pleasant and everything seemed to work out well and she was like attractive and she was youthful and she was still able to provide me with a child or children of my own. I'm not gonna ding her if she checks all the other boxes. It's just more, I'm speaking in a generality of most of the single mothers that I have encountered have been mostly exhibiting this trait, which I really don't like, whether she's a mother or not, whether, no matter what, is a lot of women will give away their prime years of attraction and their prime years of having a youthful fit physique. They'll give
right,
that away to Enrique and fucking Carlos and Tyrone and like Kyle and Skylar, and they'll just let themselves be used like a fucking like a human fleshlight, by all those top tier, chads, and then they want to settle down for like they want to settle down for like relationship material, and they want to like withhold the pussy and like fucking save that shit for marriage. That's what I'm not gonna do.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that's definitely a majority. Like that's definitely the general. In general, females break up with men on average more than men break up with women. So yeah, things like that. So I definitely see where you're coming from. So yeah, I can't even be mad at it.
Yeah,
What is
like
it
did
like?
you
What is it like? What is it like? 70% women break up with men more than
with divorce, I think it used to be 70%. I think it's like even higher than that nowadays with divorce. Like I think it's closer to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Yeah, I don't. They probably can't find any type of like statistic on all relationships because like a relationship is a very like uh ambiguous term. You can't necessarily like figure out who broke up which relationship. I suspect that it's probably I suspect that women probably do, yeah, initiate like 70% of breakups as well, you know.
Right. Yeah. My bad. I didn't mean to cut off your wisdom or whatever, but you
No,
can.
no, no. It's all good. Yeah, I need people to fucking talk over me sometimes because I'll fucking talk up a storm. You know what I mean? Um,
I mean, that's a skill though. Like gift the gab, being able to communicate like that. That's definitely a good skill. Okay.
um, yo, all right. So Jamie D in the chat says that single moms are gonna give up the goods quick. I feel like that's actually not necessarily true whatsoever. So hold up. All right, so I'll talk with Jamie D right now. Or wait, here, I'll direct this question to you.
Okay.
Jamie D in the chat says that single moms are gonna give up the goods quick. Are you? What's your rule of thumb of like how long you're willing to entertain and provide for and date and okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, in our generation, I mean, some girls have the propensity to fuck after. I mean, I've been fucked after knowing a girl for 30 minutes, you know, and I've also been on the other end of that spectrum where I'm taking a girl on, 5, 6, 7 dates and still, all we've done is kiss and shit like that. So I'm definitely like if I had to pick, would I want it to be a nice little golden margin where like right after like 3 dates. I think that's like the perfect number is like 3 dates. I get to know her really well, and then we fuck, and then
Well, you'd ate her ass.
Yeah. So you said 3 days and she better give up that box. Yeah. Well,
so
no.
what is your point of no return? Like how long are you willing to be patient until she better give up that box?
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I'm not a real like go on dates type of
Yeah.
guy. But if I am, I wouldn't say I would be the one paying for it until she like earned that responsibility. I mean, earn that right. But I mean, Myron Gaines talks about this a lot. Like women deserve less. I mean, how he puts it is he maybe could reword it, uh, but yeah, I feel like women have to like earn the right to be protected, provided for. Because now in today's society with social media, attention is just one touch away. So with that said, if she's always getting attention and other men are always calling her pretty, this and that, then you taking her on a date and giving her more of that attention is not that what's the word, valuable. So
Yeah.
that's kind of why I don't take women on dates. Yeah, I just feel like she has to earn the right. So me, I would say, yeah, I don't know, maybe like two dates if I was to go on a date.
Yeah, I think I think a nice natural progression. First kiss on the first date, like fondling on the second date. By the third date, yeah, I mean like we know each other well enough. Yeah, I mean let's stop playing these kiddie games. Like let's go. We'll go on the date. We'll have a good time, and then yeah, I mean let's go back to one of our residents and fucking
Well,
Yeah,
you'd ate her ass.
yeah. You said it was a comment. Somebody said,
Yeah, Jamie D's engaging with us right now. I'm not quite sure who Jamie D is. Probably, I would imagine somebody in the Men of Action program. That's that's one of the best parts of Men of Action is I've gotten so many like people, so many guests for my podcast, so many people to consume my content and shit. Like it's definitely like helped my podcast more than anything in the world, and my Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, like oh shit, he's from Australia. He says, all right, fucking good day, mate. Um,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, like so one thing. All right, so one thing, like I don't really fucking get why we're offering our, like you said your protection and your provision and need to be earned, and I agree with that. Like, so I don't necessarily agree with just right out of the gate up front, like fronting my money for a girl who hasn't earned it and shit like that, and especially nowadays they've like they surveyed like all American women, and 74% of them are in favor of this new trend called soft life, which is where a man foots 100% of the bills. Like, what? Like, do you think that this makes any fucking sense?
I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but like I said, that's something I feel like she gotta earn. Like that's not something that's just like handed to you. So
Yeah.
I mean, up front, nah. But if she was to, like you said, go on a couple dates, you get to know her, uh, you feel her out, and I don't know. I guess you feel like she's not a gold digger and she's not using you for your money or something like that. Then yeah, I mean, I think that's just natural though. Like men providing for women, you protect and provide, and she's just a helpmate. So
Yeah, yeah. And
yeah,
but and like I agree. I think that's a system as good as old as time is. Like, the man is the financier, the man is the muscle, the woman is the fucking nurturer, the woman is the uh you know baby maker, and the woman is the domestic like maid, for better terms, like. And those two separate gender roles for about like, I don't know, 1,000 for like 1,800 years, those two gender roles. Oh man, Jamie. Hey Jamie, can we try and keep our correspondence a little bit shorter? Just because in my ears, I don't know if it's coming through in the stream, but I think it is probably coming through in the stream. But try and keep your correspondence short, like that little high Rick shit, because it comes into my ears and then it distracts me big time. Um,
oh, you got the like super chats turned on.
yeah.
That's live.
Yeah, because what I want is I'm inspired by the Whatever podcast where he's got it like baffles me how Brian Atlas has like people paying like fucking like $500 and like $1,000 just so he can like crack open a bottle of champagne and drink it himself. Like I wanna get to that level where I'm able to have people paying for my champagne. Not that I drink champagne, but
Right. Yeah, just interact with the community and build that up.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yo, speaking of Cincinnati natives, I believe Travis Kelce's a Cincinnati native. Did you hear about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift?
Yeah, I heard about it. Heard a little bit about it.
That's actually funny because Taylor Swift is a Pennsylvania native, so they got that connection between the two of us.
Right.
Do you
Yep.
Do you think that's a doomed relationship, or you think they're gonna be together forever?
I don't. So update me on like the situation. Like what's like quick rundown.
Well, like she's a billionaire, and
Yeah.
he's very, very financially well off himself. And then, yeah, like they got together. I think they started dating about like a year or two ago, and his career is basically over. It probably won't be long before her career is like pretty much over too. Nobody wants to listen to a 35 or a 40-year-old woman sing about life, when their life is no longer like exciting and shit. So yeah, they're just, their careers are basically winding down. They got like a fucking combined net worth of like 2 billion or whatever, and he just popped the question on like Wednesday, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday.
Uh, so, oh, they just got married.
No, they just got
I mean,
engaged. Yeah,
engaged. Yeah.
yeah, they just got engaged. Yeah.
Okay. Shit, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that'll be hard because I don't know. I got a thing like with female influencers just being like in the spotlight. Like I don't think that's natural for females. Like I think a real like feminine woman,
Mm-hmm.
real feminine woman wants to be like behind the camera, out the way. She
Yeah.
don't want to be used for it. So that's just it might work. I don't know. She might be old enough to be in a situation where like nobody's giving me attention no more, and this is what I have to settle with. So maybe, maybe.
It's so funny. It's so funny that you use the word settle with, because like for 99.999% of the women across the globe, like Travis Kelce would be the like catch of a lifetime. But for Taylor Swift, like she's settling for him, like, and that's why it can be such a such a double-edged sword for women to like achieve all this success and wealth and status and shit like that, because as women as women go up on that like fucking career trajectory, their dating pool actually shrinks massively, because a man needs to be like a man needs to be on her level for her hypergamy to be satisfied, and like to satisfy a global pop sensation who's worth 1.5 billion dollars, like is really fucking difficult for a man to be on that level,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know who popped the question, who asked out who, but I'm pretty sure it was her, right? Like she probably threw the hint at him. You know, make more sense. Like,
Probably, yeah. Like those boss babes, they always like drop breadcrumbs, like, hey, like you better ask me to be your wife pretty soon, and the man fucking folds and does it.
right. I mean,
All
shit.
right, so I'm gonna go to a real quick advertisement real fast and talk about, men, if you want her to be nudging you and ask you to pop the question, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to be putting it down, all right? Because most of you guys are not professional athletes. Most of you guys are not, millionaires. So what do you got to leverage to get her affection and her, obedience and her submission? You got that dick. You need to be putting it down. So let's talk about a pressing issue. We know that as men, it's our duty to perform. Whether it's at the trading desk, on the gridiron, the hardwood court, or inside the illustrious bedroom, there's no description that does justice to the confidence that you'll get when you blow her back off. So how are you going to do it? With a limp little strand of rope? Do you want to be the safe option? Do you want her to settle down with you after she's had her fun in the big leagues? No, you don't. So why are you going to battle in the bedroom with groggy privates? The one blue pill that we do endorse at the Good Faith Podcast is It's Mr. Nasty Time Blue Pills. And yes, we're talking about those pills that make you run like a go route by Travis Kelce. Get the enthusiasm that Taylor has for Travis. Not, that tepid tolerance that I don't know, what's a shitty football team? Not the tepid tolerance that the Cincinnati Bearcats fans have, all 400 of them when it's a preseason practice for the Cincinnati Bearcats. And forget about overpriced Hims, Romans, and Blue Chews. It's Mr. Nasty Time is the real deal at an amazing price that won't let you down and can't be beat. And I know what you're probably thinking. What if she cancels on me and I take one of these and I'm all bricked up all night long? I've tried these. They're a lot more mellow than you'd expect. You can pop one over drinks and appetizers. It's not going to give away your position. Or due to the quick acting effect, right before it's time to get down to business, just go into the bathroom, pop one or two in, and be fully equipped to perform. Just like all the expensive name brands, Mr. Nasty delivers his products in discreet packaging, but for a fraction of the outrageous cost that they do. Around here at the GFP, we're about leveling up, and why not level up your sex life and check out It's Mr. Nasty Time to get your mojo back. Scan the QR code on the screen or hit the link in the description and guarantee yourself unrivaled pleasure. When her dual mating strategy has her playing picky-choosy between the bad boy and the little nice guy, you know exactly who to call. It's Mr. Nasty Time. All right, let me put this away. And we are back. So, what common pitfalls do you think most men are making?
In regards to what, like dating?
Dating and just like all, like, whatever specifics you want to get into.
What common pitfalls do men fall into? I would say watching or listening to what she do and not watching what she does.
Okay. Yeah, listening to what she says and not observing what she does. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a big problem today because they say one thing but do something else, and just females' natural tendency. It's all about biological for them to manipulate. So just with emotions. So I feel like that's just a common, and I think that's just with like everything, just handling people in general. Watch their actions rather than say what they do. Because, simple and in the simplest terms, that's what I feel like the biggest problem is.
Like and like I said, I'm a life skills coach for like a private school with for kids with autism. And actually, like, a lot of the principles that we teach at Men of Action and a lot of the principles that we teach at my fucking job are, like, super similar. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about, I've heard Michael say it plenty of times, like, he punishes behavior that he doesn't want to see in the future, and he reinforces behavior that he does want to see in the future. You know what I mean? And it sounds when you talk like this, it sounds a little degrading. It sounds like you're like training a dog and shit like that. But like, I do think that you need to have that type of mentality. Like, to manifest the life that you want, you need to punish bad behavior and reinforce good behavior. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're just gonna be a welcome mat that people walk all over.
Yeah, and I think that's just goes back to like feminism and all that. There's nothing wrong with training in a sense. Like, you train for your job, I assume. You train for if you play football, sports, anything like that. So when females are competing for the top quality, highest echelon of men, they're competing. They have to be trained, if not train themselves to be the best they can be to retain that man. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with training. Yeah, and I'm kind of like just thinking in my head, like talking out loud. When a man says to a woman, like, I gotta train you, this and that, I don't really understand where the negative connotation, however you say that word, comes to that word. I mean, yeah, sure, the word, but I don't know.
Yeah, like I like, and when you say that, it makes me think about like it makes me think about like you know, sex. Like, would you rather? Because like I hear a lot of guys saying like, oh, I don't want a virgin. I'm gonna have to, like, a virgin's not gonna know what she wants to do. I'm gonna have to train her and shit like that. And it's like, all right, well, that should be the goal. You know what I mean? The goal should be to train your woman how to be your woman. But no, like, all these guys want a pre-owned pussy. You know what I mean? They want their woman to be you know, like, ready with all these programs that her last man, you know, uploaded into her like brain and shit. Like, I want like a woman's brain coming fresh off the factory floor, you know?
Right. Yeah, I mean, and I think it probably, to go back to my point that I was talking about, when, I guess, say, like, if you were playing a sport or something like that, and say, because you said you do like physical therapy or something like that, you just like help people train.
Yeah, I help them weight train and cardio train.
Okay, so yeah, I just want to put it into perspective. So say you were training somebody and you're training for results, right? So if you were training them and you told them you could get them results, and for some reason you didn't produce those results, then they would be skeptical about, I guess, training in general. So I feel like, just to relate it towards like men and females, like if she was in like a past relationship or something like that, and she listened and was submissive and was backstabbed, I guess, and didn't get results, and yeah, she just didn't get what she wanted out of the training. Like, I understand the skepticism and being coachable. So
Yeah.
yeah, if that made sense to try to tie it together. So
Yeah, it does. Like past relationship trauma is gonna make her reluctant to trust in her next man. You know, so if she's got bad experiences with relationships in the past, she's gonna expect bad you know bad shit in the future. You know.
right, yeah,
Um.
yeah.
And
I feel like, oh, my bad. Go ahead.
no. You go.
Uh, Now you can finish your point, because my point was kind of gonna be off topic. So
All right. Well, what? Because like, and I actually have a more lenient preference when we're talking about this than most guys, especially some of the young guys. You know, like still in their like early 20s. They're telling me like super low numbers. But what like notch count would you enforce on a girl in order to deserve, you know, like committed monogamy with you? Like when you're like selecting for a wife, what sexual partner count must she be below?
uh, what's the highest body count accept? I don't know. I haven't really asked a woman her body count recently, because I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but I feel like anything after 4, like
Jeez, yeah.
yeah, like four and let me say up to about like maybe 18, 20. I feel like they're kind of the same. That's just my opinion though.
Okay. So, and what happens after 20? Do they just become like do they just become wait, hold up. I got a fucking soundbite for this. Do they just become straight up for the streets?
She's a she's a Bonnie Blue at that point.
Wait, where's my fucking soundbite? I got a for the streets. She's
From the streets.
Future.
I'm a bitch
Right
from
now.
the streets.
That yeah, see this is what I'm talking about though, because I've had a lot of young 20-year-old men on my podcast lately, and they're all saying like I want, you know, like I get wanting, but they're saying that they put that boundary on like, you know, 3, 4, 5, and I'm like, shit, I don't know if I've encountered a woman as low as 3, 4, 5 in like a decade, you know, like maybe it's like the circles that I'm hanging out with, but like all the women that I hang out with are for the streets.
From the streets. I'm a bitch.
Yeah. What J. Cole say? He said, "Fool
What?
me one time." I was saying no. To your point, I was saying J. Cole in a song. I think it was Role Models, but he was like, "Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, but the blame on you. Fool me 3 times." So I don't know. I feel like after 3 times, if you repeatedly make the same mistake, then, like you said, streets.
Yeah, she's
And they're there to the streets.
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the
Yeah.
streets.
It all depends, 'cause, I mean, there's outliers, so
yeah, me personally, like I said, I'm much more lenient, I think, with it. As long as a girl is not like, as long as a girl's not in that like I guess as long as she's not in the 40s, I'm okay with it. But like she could still be like, she could still be really, really like ran through it, even if it was only 30. Like I do get what you're saying. Like, you know, like 20 dicks can really fucking like, you know, penetrate the soul out of a woman, you know.
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, nah, on a serious note, like I think once a female, because all that DNA and stuff like sticks with females, so that's not something that can just go away. Like you can't clean the inside of your pussy out. So
No, and there's actually I'm not sure what like the scientific fucking term for it is, but there's actually like they've actually like identified or like evaluated the DNA of women's children and found subtle matches between their previous lovers. So like you're like a woman literally stores the DNA of every single man who's ever nutted in her. So like that's something you gotta like look out for, you know what I mean, like too.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy work.
Yeah. Fucking. All right, so let's talk about more fucking. Let's talk about more smut real quick.
Smut, Bill.
So if I were to fucking gift you a brand new sex bot, would you use it?
Probably not.
No, you wouldn't.
I would probably just beat my meat at that point.
Okay.
That's not a human. Like
Well, who's your like celebrity crush?
I don't know. Me personally, like I'm more focused on like mental. You feel me? Going deep and not wide. So, but based off looks, I'm gonna say. Tell me yours, and then I'll pick up.
I like like I got like just a like a podium, I guess. In no specific order, like Gal Gadot, Dua Lipa, and Ana de Armas. I like them like like Latina, Middle Eastern, Israeli, brunette kind of girls.
Oh, bro. So you exotic,
Yeah.
race.
Whichever one was shortest of those three, that's the one I'm going with. I think Ana de Armas might be less than 5 foot, 4 and shit. I'm taking the short girl.
Would you say her name was again? It's for the
Ana de Armas.
and
Yeah, she's all right. So she's 5'6". Fucking Dua Lipa's 5'8", and fucking Gal Gadot's got to be the. She's got to be the tallest of them all, I would assume. Wait, hold up. And Gal Gadot is, yeah, Gal Gadot's 5'8". Dua Lipa's Gal Gadot's 5'10". Yeah, I think she's fucking hella attractive. I'm choosing her. She's 5'6". Dua Lipa's 5'8". Gal Gadot's 5'10". So that's how I'm gonna rank it. 1, 2, 3. I'll take the shortest one first.
first round draft. No,
Yeah,
no pit, no subs, none of that.
yeah. With my first round draft pick, I choose Ana de Armas out of, I don't know. She's probably like Brazilian or something. What about you? What is your type? I guess. Do you like what's the supreme race of your girl? What's-
Every supreme race is crazy. Shit, let me block it. I would say I don't really got a type, but damn, I've never really thought about that, bro. If I'm being honest with you.
So you just like them all?
Yeah,
I'm kind of the same. Like I'm kind of the same. I just tend to like prefer Latina girls, but Dua Lipa is Kosovan Albanian. I think Gal Gadot is Israeli, I believe, and Ana de Armas is Cuban. So like yeah, I like white girls. I like black girls. I like uh Asian girls. I'd even give it to like a Palestinian girl or something like that.
yeah, Palestinian. Hell yeah, free Palestine.
Fucking speaking of free Palestine, do you fuck with the new mayor of New York City? I think he's Palestinian or something like that. He's all about fucking like Marxism and all that bullshit.
Uh, nah, I mean I haven't really looked into it to be honest. Uh, I know kind of about like the situation and everything, but I didn't hear about the mayor. No.
Yeah, I don't like follow politics all that much, but I do know that like a lot of people are like in an uproar about like New York City's new mayor, how he's like, I don't know, like a super extremist about this like Israeli Palestine shit.
Actually, you know what? I do got a celebrity crush. I lied.
Okay. Who is
Let me
it?
know. Let me know if you would be surprised about this or not. Let me know how you feel about it.
Who is that?
Tyler.
Tyler. Okay, so did
Tyler.
she do like make me sweat, make me hotter, like make that song?
Yeah, I think so.
She actually is fucking.
But
She
she
is
probably
cute, yo.
yeah, she kind of short too. So
Wait, she's only 23. She's only
okay.
23. She's 5'3". Oh shit! All right.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. All right, so I fucking deliver in a cardboard box on your front step a fuckbot that looks, sounds, acts exactly like Tyler. All right, it is yours to do what you want with it. Are you really returning that shit?
I'm not returning it. Damn. I might have to return it.
Really? Okay.
Because it's
All right,
not.
all right.
I don't know. It's not the real deal. That's my only thing. Like, it depends how realistic. Let me say that. Because
It's like,
with AI and the way shit's going,
yeah, like this thing is like almost fucking indistinguishable. Like if you didn't push the on and off button, you wouldn't be able to tell. It looks, smells, feels, acts like a fucking human being.
oh yeah, 100%. I'm crushing.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
100%.
now my real question is, are you gonna fucking treat it with like dignity? Are you gonna treat it with the same dignity and respect that you would treat a regular human with, or are you gonna like brutalize it?
So it depends how she like it.
What'd you say? You'd give it to her how she likes it?
Yeah, I said depend how she like it.
She's programmable though. Like you talk about wanting to train your bitch. You could train this thing literally so she likes what you like. You know, if you want her to like it rough, it could be as rough as you want. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm just,
hi mom.
I'm just, yeah, I don't know. I'm just a simple servant though. You feel me? So whatever she like, if she like it rough, like it slow, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm all ears. But yeah, I don't got a preference in that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like I like, yeah, I don't really care as long as the enthusiasm's there. Like I'm pretty vanilla myself, but I have been with women who wanted to be, like fucking choked and smacked and shit like that. I've been with women who didn't like that shit. There are some like really, really fucking depraved women out there who want some really, really messed up shit. I'm going to what?
Speaking on that topic real quick. So if a female was to say, like, oh, let's say first date, y'all go back to the crib. She's like, choke me, spank me, all that types of shit. How are you viewing her after that?
I'm see like the same way as that like other question about the about the notch count. Like I'm not viewing that in bad like in a bad light. Like I'm viewing that good. I would view that in a better light than if it's say like on date 4 or on date 3 that didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like like so I would much rather her be like free and open to having that type of conduct with me. I would view that better than if she was not doing it with me.
Okay, even if it was like a potential like girlfriend, wife, like
Yeah, like yeah, cause I mean, like my last relationship, and this is no, maybe this is like a red flag or whatever. But my last relationship that lasted 3 years, like we smashed on the first night,
right.
So I think if the chemistry's there, if the attraction is there, like you shouldn't, you shouldn't feel shame for doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, most definitely. Because I mean, you might have got a different woman out of her than some other dude got. So just because she let you fuck on the first night, don't mean that she's like a hoe. Because
Yeah.
it might have just been a vibe. But yeah, you can continue with your question.
Yeah, no, but like I would definitely want to like question further. Like it could be an indication that she's maybe not girlfriend material, but I'm not like I said, I'm pretty lenient about it, and as long as she didn't have like 40 or 50 sexual partners in the past, you know what I mean? Like I'm assuming because I don't like, I mean, I would love to get with some, you know, like 18, 20, 22-year-olds and shit like that, but I don't cross paths with most like young 20-year-old girls. So like most of the girls that I interact with are in their like, you know, early 30s and shit. So like, yeah, it's understandable that they've been like sexually active since, you know, most girls lose their virginity at like fucking like 16 and shit like that, you know? So
Shout out to Marco Sartain on that note. Okay.
why? Cuz he still gets with young girls, you're saying?
Yeah.
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 I mean, like I would love to. I'm sure as I get older and as I get richer and as I get, you know, more physically fit and all that shit, I'm sure I'm going to start attracting more young girls and shit, and I'll gladly grant them access to my parts, you know. Um do
Yeah.
you
Yeah, go
do you got a role model?
ahead. Nah. I mean, multiple. I would say like YouTube influencers. I would just pick different pieces from different people's game and try to add it to my own. So I'm influenced by a lot of people. I like Jordan Peterson,
Okay.
Andrew Tate, Myron Gaines, Michael Sartain. It's a guy named Taekwondo. But yeah, it's a lot of different people.
I've never heard of Taekwondo. Do you like do you know Aaron Clary at all?
Nah, but it sounds familiar though.
He's like he's been on Michael's podcast, he's been on the Fresh and Fit podcast. He's like this like he's an economist that he lives like in fucking like South Dakota or North Dakota or some shit, but he's like he's a good one. And who else? Fucking who's that guy? Adam Sosnick. Do you know him?
Yeah, yeah,
He's
right.
I like his shit. I like guys that have like a financial background. I also like Dave Ramsey, but he's like a lot more clean than my you know, particular brand of content for the most part.
Wait, who'd you say that last person was?
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Okay, what does he do?
See, he's like the self-help personal finance guy. Like he has a show in Nashville, and you know, people from all around the country will call him in and he will advise them on how to get out of debt and shit like that.
Okay.
But yeah, and like all of his financial principles, like he has like a firm background in like Christianity and shit, so he'll advise people in like a biblical way on how to like deal with their money and shit.
That's fire. Okay, yeah.
And so I would really like to attract a powerful social circle here in my hometown of Philadelphia, and it seems kind of like you're doing the same thing. Like what pitfalls do you think we should expect in our journey to, you know, having like a powerful social circle in a town that's not necessarily Miami or New York City or Los Angeles or Las Vegas?
So, how would I go about building a social circle in a town that's not like Miami and places where it's like just an abundance of like party life and a lot of girls and things like that?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't think I've put myself in like a situation to really like discern myself from that because I'm still building my brand and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I mean, wait, you've only been in Men of Action for what, like a few months, right?
Yeah, yeah, like 2 or 3 months.
I feel like you and I are of the top tier noobs. You know what I mean? Like we've both been in this shit for like less than like 4 months, and like I think we've definitely been being like go getters and shit. Like I see some people. I won't say any names, but like I've seen some people who have been in Men of Action for like the same amount of time, and you could just look at their social media. They got like one or two pictures. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, get to work.
Right. But yeah, I mean, speaking on that, like, I don't think it's too many pitfalls. I just think it's an action thing. Because it's men of action. So as long as you put the action in, you're gonna get the results. I don't really see like the cons of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And like what kind of content do you post? Because one of the things that got my attention early with you is like because I have like a nice culmination of the shit that I post of misogyny, transphobia, homophobia, racism, and like cute, funny like cat videos. Like, so, what kind of like stories do you post?
Uh yeah, kind of like some of the stuff you post, racist a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with being racist. I mean, everybody racist, but
yeah, yeah.
uh racism. I like I like dogs. I know
Okay.
you like cats. Relatable memes, success, health, wealth, just common stuff. Once I build my page up, I want to post more like events and
Yeah.
um, things like that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely like difficult to like always have something to be posting. So a lot of the times I'll just go through the algorithm, and whatever the algorithm is like showing me, that's the kind of shit that I'll like repost and shit. But yeah, like I would also like to have me on like red carpets with bikini models and on yachts and shit like that. But right now that's not obtainable for me.
yeah. But it's just, I mean, we got the foundation, so it's just a
Yeah.
stepping stone. Yeah, work up to it. But yeah. But to kind of answer your question directly, I would say if you're in like Ohio or something like that, I would focus on like female friends because I feel like once you got one good female friend, they'll introduce you to more. And then once you got a good group of female friends, like say even if you got like a female cousin or something like that, I would use her to get more females around you and then just keep building off of that. So
Hmm. Yeah. It's hard, and like I feel like sometimes, yeah, because like a lot of the times, like all of my like literally every single one of my guy friends is married with children, so that like disqualifies them from ever wanting to go out and shit like that. And I feel like social proof can kind of be like a double-edged sword. It can help you big time once you have social proof that like you're friends with a lot of like attractive women. But then the inverse is also true, that if you go to a bar and you're all alone, there's like negative social proof of your like you're just like a lonely male. You know what I mean? So like,
I mean, who's following you around though? You don't got a camera attached to you. They wouldn't know.
yeah, yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Like I just gotta keep on putting in the work, keep on putting in the action, and the results will come.
Yeah, I think that's like rule one though. Like, are you? We still recording, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, but I don't think it hurt nothing. But yeah, Michael Sartain say like social media is fake and we're okay with it. So
yeah.
yeah, that's something I really feel like you embrace that. But I mean, once you build it up so much, like it becomes real. Like even if it is fake at first, like
Yeah.
come to like a fake it till you make it type of thing.
Yeah, and yeah, like at first I was like specifically when we're talking about like the racism and the misogyny and the homophobia. At first, when I was like posting these like videos on my story, I'm like, oh God, oh what are my coworkers gonna think? What is my aunt in New Jersey or what's my aunt in Maryland gonna think? And like Michael's like, you'd be lucky if those people fucking gave a fuck about you. Like, those people don't fucking think about you. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, stop caring what other people are going to think about you. They don't fucking care. They don't know you exist, you know? And, yeah, like, Dr. Phil's dad always told him, you would care less about what people think about you if you knew how seldom they actually did think about you, you know?
If you know about how what? My bad.
You would care less about what people think about you if you knew how seldom they actually thought about you. You know, like
What's that mean?
like you wouldn't like how little, like you wouldn't care what people thought about you if you knew how little they actually did. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna add that word to the repertoire.
Yeah.
Yeah, seldom. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Um.
Do you mind if take an intermission?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna run an ad, and we're actually gonna wrap it up soon. So go take a break real quick. I'm gonna run this ad.
All right, cool.
Well, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up.
Yeah, because I actually I'm going to a stand-up comedy show pretty soon, guys. So this episode is gonna be shorter than our usual. But while we're on this topic, I don't think it's any mystery that I take my physique seriously. I'm buckling down. I'm taking it more seriously than I ever have before. I cut out soda. I cut out breaded chicken. I basically never eat pizza anymore. I'm like only eating lean protein. I'm eating like vegetables, fruits, drinking water. Like there's basically nothing that I'm putting into my body that is like not good for me. I'm using like apps. I'm counting calories. I'm doing all this shit. Basically like just chicken and rice, working on muscles in my body that I never prioritized before. I'm focusing on like burning fat and improving my cardiovascular health over muscle mass and gains. I used to just eat whatever I craved and try to outwork a poor diet, and it was all to no avail. There are still times when I have to force myself to eat, but I need no coercion to munch on Holler Boys. You can't just stuff empty calories down your big fat fucking blowhole. So here's the solution. Holler Boys Jerky. They pack 10 grams of protein into a fantastic package, and the flavors are to die for. Peach bourbon, honey habanero, southern barbecue, Chesapeake Fuego, or the tried and true original. My personal favorites are the peach and the habanero, but we all know that I'm a little bit zesty when it comes to that kind of stuff. What's even better about Holler Boys is they're nice and local in tax-friendly Middletown, Delaware. They're founded by a father-son duo who just started tinkering with their backyard smoker, and through trial and failure have come to present some of the boldest and most memorable flavors that I can recall. Forget Slim Jim or Jack Links or Deets Nuts. Holler Boy Snacks packs a great nutritional value in a filling serving size for an affordable price to stretch your dollar with flavor for days that'll make you holler. Their mission statement rings true to the Good Faith podcast that life may throw you around, but you can never give up. How true. Scan the QR code on the screen and find their link in the description to tap into the best beef jerky on the market. HollerBoysJerky.com. That's Hollerboys with an A. Holler Boys Jerky, the only good jerk. And hopefully Kai is back. I should have... Wait, let me just check and make sure he's back real quick. Fuck. Sorry. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I lost him. All right, guys. So, I'm going to... I'm going to start wrapping it up. Because I was invited by my dad to go see Vic Benedetto. I think it's like Vic Benedetto. I don't know. Some fucking Guido. Some good fella. He's performing at the movie theater right in my hometown. Hey, Rick, thank you for tuning in with me. It was a pleasure to have you, and I will see you tomorrow, I hope. Let me see if I can... you know what? I actually might... I mean, it sucks that I lost him. Maybe I'll invite him back, and if he wants to say goodbye, then... Bye, Rick. Have a good one. Let me get him. Let me invite him back in here, but I'm gonna start closing it down so I can go out and see Vic. I don't know what his fucking name is. Vic Benedetto. Let me see. Benedetto, I think it is. Vic Dibitetto. That's who it is. It's Vic Dibitetto. I've never heard of him, but you know, all right. Here we go. There we go. All right, cool. Can you hear me, Kai? Oh, you're muted right now. All right, let me know when. Wait, hold up a sec. Sorry, guys. I'm fucking. All right, there we go. All right, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to you on the screen now. All right, you good?
Yeah, I'm good on mine now.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna wrap up pretty shortly anyway, cause I'm going to a stand-up comedy show, and yeah, it starts at he takes the stage at like 8:30, and I want to get there like a little bit early and shit like that. So I'm probably gonna we're probably gonna wrap it up real quick. But I have one more question to ask you, and this one's like the toughest question. So all right, let's say that you live a long and a fruitful life, and I hope that you do. I hope that you live to whatever ripe old age that you wish to, and when you pass away, you're surrounded by your loving family and friends. But when you go, all of your life's work must go in the grave with you. So every text message you ever sent, every post you ever left on Reddit, every trophy that you ever won, every everything. It all goes in the grave with you, but you're allowed to leave behind 3 truths that like go on after you're gone. Do you know what your 3 truths would be?
So when I pass away, the 3 things that I want people to remember me as, and just the 3, basically. Okay.
Yeah.
Integrity, I would say. Leadership, I think is important. And just bringing good energy, I guess. Those 3.
Okay. Well, I definitely think that like from our limited interaction, I do think that you exhibit all those qualities. Like you got a friendly demeanor. You're what's the present tense of what's the verb of or wait what's the adjective form of integrity? Is it integral? Like you're integral. You have integrity. I'll say, and and you seem like a leader. You know what I mean? You're definitely a trailblazer in men of action. You know what I mean? You're doing it like me. In a city that's like we just got our 4th man of action in Philadelphia. So like there's not, and I'll bet you like Cincinnati probably has even less than that. You know what I mean? So it could be challenging when you don't have like an army behind you. You know what I mean? So when you're like a leader starting from square one, it can definitely be like challenging. But I see you making moves, even though it's not ideal, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's why I like MOA though. Strong brotherhood, connect with like-minded people like yourself, and
Yeah.
keep grinding. Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have any closing remarks that you want to leave our viewers with?
I'll just say, believe in yourself. Whatever you feel like doing, put your mind to it. It doesn't matter like who tells you you can't do it, or just anything holding you back, like any objections, like just trusting yourself. So basically trusting yourself, and close it out like that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. To everyone, I wanna encourage you guys all to have faith in God, that God's not gonna ever give you more than you can handle or less than you need to survive, you know. So just have faith in your purpose, and yeah, trust yourself, you know. Like if you can't trust yourself, nobody else is gonna fucking trust you, you know what I mean? And if you want to like begin trusting other people, the first thing you need to do is trust yourself, you know. Just to let you guys know, I'm gonna put Kai's Instagram handle in the description if you want to follow him on Instagram, and you could like see some of the stuff that he posts. And my next show is going to be 1 week from today. We're gonna be back at the normal time, right? Yeah, we're gonna be back at the normal time of 7 p.m. I gotta fix my calendar. We're gonna be back at the normal time, 7 p.m. and it's Miguel and Mark. Really cool. I don't know much about Mark. I do know Miguel. I do believe Miguel, while he was surfing, you know, a couple weekends ago, he saved a man's life who was drowning. So that's interesting. I want to talk about that if he's the guy that I'm thinking of, which I think he is. Guys, I'm going to let you know you could turn on the notification bell if you want to be notified every time we go live. And now I'm going to switch cameras, and I'm going to go into my outro. Kai, thank you for coming on, man. I'll send you a link of this episode, and you know what I mean, you could feel free to share it with whoever you want, and you know, yeah, but thank you. I want to extend my gratitude. This was great.
All right. Appreciate you for inviting me out too, for sure.
All right, have a good night, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right, I also want to extend my gratitude to our listeners. Thank you for your patronage. You guys are such an amazing audience. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to have such a high-quality interactive show. So thank you, audience. I'd like to take this time to remind all of our listeners that we're spreading like a virus. The Good Faith Podcast is now on YouTube and Twitch, as well as archived on Apple, Pandora, Spotify, RSS.com, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Listen Notes, iHeartRadio, and Patreon. On Patreon, we're working to build additional value for the multiple tiers of donors with special content, super chat priority, VIP in-person meetings. We do value your attention, so thank you for quieting your TikTok brain for the last 2 hours. This is a reminder, if you feel you got any value from our show, it takes basically zero extra work to like and subscribe. It'll move us closer to our goal of having thousands of subscribers, which will bump us up in the algorithm, expose us to more potential listeners. If you guys want to share us with more of your friends, we would be absolutely delighted to extend our outreach. The quickest way for us to broaden our exposure is for you listeners to each share us with one friend. We appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. If you live in the... Yo, what's up, Martin? I'm sorry, I'm just getting off. Fucking, but you could watch the replay. I hope you enjoy it. It's a shorty tonight because I'm going to see, like I said, Vic Benedetto. I'm watching Vic Benedetto, who's a stand-up comedian who's performing live in a theater close to my house. But good to see you, Martin. If you live in the greater Philadelphia area, you want to guest star on my show, want to, just reach out to me in an Instagram DM at Christopher Bulick. The Patreon, All right. See you, Martin. The Patreon link's in the description, and all proceeds will go towards rent, food, electricity, new computer equipment to improve our general show quality, and Clark's medical expenses. My cat has epilepsy, so I need to give him phenobarbital 2 times a day, or he will seize up and perish. And if that happens, his blood will be on your hands. So, guys, find my Patreon. You know, any little bit helps. You know, give me $1, give me $5, whatever. I need money.
Money, please.
Oh, no, there's no money.
Oh, my bad. No problem.
To all of our faithful audience,
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yup.
we wish you a wonderful weekend, a happy and healthy lifestyle, and to all of you, we bid you goodbye.
Now